Hello there, everybody. My name is AB, and this is my Dirty Laundry Diary. Welcome to this week's episode. I'm so proud of you for getting through the week, and I hope it was a good one for you. Listen, we don't need to talk about me. Ooh, we don't need to talk about my life. Oh boy, she's still mentally ill. It's still winter because winter lasts forever. Um, so yeah, my week was pretty okay. It honestly wasn't that bad. Um, I got through it though. It was mid. It was a midweek. A midweek. A week where nothing awful happened, but also, you know, nothing good. And that's fine. That's fine. Because it led us, we got through it. We're here. We're here. That's the important part, you know? This week's episode, I haven't thought of the title of. So we're going to do it right now, is about, you are deserving because you're alive. That's like the topic I wanted to talk about. I knew the topic, but I'd never think of the title until I start recording, and then I assign the title. In case anyone's wondering how strict my method is. I'm going to put a trigger warning where a death. Well, okay, fair enough. Since I was a child, like I'm talking elementary, middle school, I used to, on the way to school, imagine different ways I would die. Not me harming myself, but I got hit by a car, or I died in a car accident, or someone harms me at school, things of that nature. And didn't care about how I died or any of that. I always would imagine people's reactions, like if my mother would be sad, or if my friends would miss me, all these things. And as I got a little older and I had dreams and aspirations, I would imagine achieving amazing things and then again dying in some sort of horrific, tragic, too young, accidental, catastrophic, all these different ways, and not caring about the fact that I was dead, but that people would miss me, and thinking about who would miss me, and all of these things. I want to make it very clear that this is a clear sign of mental illness, and the fact that I have been doing it since I was a child, a literal baby, not baby like a baby, but a wee little lass. There were signs. There were signs. Anyways, not the point. That segment was more toward my mother, if anything. But I digress. And this past weekend, I should say, I hung out with my brother and we chatted about things, and he was being big brotherly and making me aware of things that I'd rather not be aware of. I do the same to him, though. We do tit for tat, so it's fine. And I am always in my head imagining doing these incredible things. And then when I start to get a little bad, a little downhill, I start to imagine doing incredible things and then dying tragically. Or finding a great love and dying and they miss me so much. And this week, because I journal every night before bed, I got tired of doing that. I don't need to have tragedy to have a good life. I don't have to get through things to deserve other things. That's just kind of life. And I don't need to earn those things and then pay a penance for it by dying tragically after earning those things. No. I deserve good things because I'm alive. I deserve joy and happiness because that's part of life. In the same way that tragedy and sadness is. It's not a barter system. It's not I need to beg and I get through all these hardships and then I'll be rewarded. I just get nice things because that's life. And I don't need to die to get good things. I'm a very firm believer, actually, in giving people their flowers they're around. And that's really because I grew up in a home where I wasn't really loved or appreciated. Or I should say loved in the way I needed. And if we're being very honest, by the time I came around, there was no parents. They could not be parents to me. There was very little love. And so I thought I would imagine dying so I could feel some sort of love from my parents and other family members and friends, which is a crazy thing to say, an insane thing to think. But it was a fairly, not fairly, very much a survival tactic in my brain as a kid. Tune everything out. Go in the little world and imagine that. And I have talked about this with my therapist. It is something I am actively working on. Tell your therapist about it. Get a therapist and tell them. Anyways. And now I'm an adult. And I have love. I have an abundance of it. Oh my gosh. Like this past weekend, today, this is why this episode is late. One of my childhood best friends drove all the way back home to come visit me, and we had a sleepover, and we talked about a trip we're taking this summer, and we went thrifting and shopping. I am so incredibly loved. So now I imagine achieving the dreams that I have and then dying. Because I don't get to enjoy all those things for long. I have to pay the price for earning those achievements, don't I? No! No! Why? Imagine that the best scenario happens too. I'm deserving of good things because I'm a human. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm deserving of good things because I'm a good person. I will achieve those dreams because I work towards them, and I will enjoy every moment of it. And sure, I might die young, I might have my life taken too soon, I might die in a car accident. I don't know any of that. But why am I wasting my time, my very precious, limited time, thinking about those things instead of doing the incredible things I keep daydreaming about? I want to be able to seize every opportunity because I don't want to die and think, oh, well, I didn't do that thing. Dead now. Or die young and have people say, she never got to do this thing. Oh, she passed away before she could do this. Ugh! That actually makes my skin crawl now. There's the clip on the internet of that very, very incredible woman who I believe is a famous artist or writer or poet. You do not have to crawl on your knees and beg. No! I don't need to do that. I may have had to do it when I was a kid, but I sure as heck don't have to do it now, and neither do you. You deserve goodness and joy and love and happiness and to achieve whatever dream you may have because you're alive. So get to getting. Do the do. I eat these vegan protein bars because I can't have dairy. They're called Go Macro bar. Delicious. I had today the oatmeal chocolate chip. I think it might be my favorite best vegan protein bar I've ever had in my life. It's delicious. I bring it up, though, because the back of it says, live long, eat positive, give back, tread lightly, be well. And it's really just that simple. Everything else is confetti, my dude. All the other stuff happening around you, that's just the way it is. Quite frankly, that's just life. It can't all be good. It sure as hell can't all be bad. In the same way you didn't deserve the bad that happened to you, you don't have to earn the good. You're just going to have to get through the bad to get to the good. And sometimes the good ends to start the bad. That's just life, babe. Unfortunately. But what an incredible gift to be able to get through that stuff. You're alive. The sun is shining through the trees and it's reflecting shadows on the ground, and that's magic, dude. So yeah, sometimes I go in my head and I imagine achieving all of my dreams and being able to keep a roof over my head and being a respected actress and maybe treating myself to a cool road trip, a car. That would be a treat in this day and age, my goodness. And I daydream about finding a love that loves me for all of the mess that I am. And yeah, sometimes I imagine I die and I imagine how these people will feel about me being dead. And that's kind of weird because you can't control how people feel and you can't control how they'll react to you dying. Because, well, you can't control people, but also you'll be dead. So, you know. But I'm spending so much time in my head, I'm missing out on stuff. I'm missing out on adventure and doing the thing and being present. So knock it off. I'm saying this to myself, but also to you if you do it. Seize the opportunity. You can daydream all you want about the things, but that's never going to make the things happen. And again, I want to die knowing I did all the things. Because when I'm dying, I'm not going to think about, my daydream. He's not reacting the way he did in my daydream. No, I'm going to be like, dude, I'm dying. So live your life. Do your dream. Accept the good and the bad. No, they're all a part of life. And hope that when you get to the end, whatever end that might be, by the way, you imagining how it might be, does fuck all. Hopefully you did all the stuff you want to do. And you don't regret anything. Well, I think we'll all have regrets when we go. But you won't regret missing out on something. Or the fact that you didn't eat something. Or that you didn't do something. Didn't try something. Live long, eat positive, give back, tread lightly, be well. Get yourself a Go Macro bar and see where you go. Yeah. That's the episode. Get out of your head. You can build as beautiful and incredible a world in there, but it's not the world you're in. Thanks for tuning in. That's all I have. I have a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar right now, which is the new kryptonite. It is quite frankly delicious. Another quote. Hold on. I have it saved on my phone. That we are going to end with, is... I'm getting there. Calm down. It's an interview that Joan Didion did where the interviewer says there's a certain aesthetic to the way you live. You once talked about using good silver every day. And Didion said, well, every day is all there is. Every day is all there is. You got today. That's the only thing guaranteed. So try a thing. And you know what? A lot of the time, when you try something different or new or something you thought, you know what? I want to try that. Or, you know what? I've been thinking about doing that for a while. Or, I always dreamed as a kid about doing that. A lot of the time, you don't regret it. It sets you free. So go out there. This upcoming week, do something you've been thinking about forever. Make a move. Research something. Use the good silver. And get out of your head. You've got this. This next week is going to be something. What? I'm not entirely sure. But it's gonna be something. And you're gonna get through it. And you're gonna rock it. I hope you have a great week. You've got this. You will be okay. In the same way I will be okay. We've both got this. We've all got this. Thank you for listening. If you like this episode, please let me know. If you don't, please let me know nicely. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Again, like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is. Or don't. Free will is a great thing. You don't have to listen to me. But I feel like if you made it this far, you might as well. You've got this. It's going to be fine. Everything's fine. And sometimes you just need to kick yourself in the bum to get everything in gear. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me. It doesn't. Anyways, I'll talk to you next week. Get yourself a Dr. Peppy or whatever beverage you prefer. Carry on. Bye.